Hello, I'm Cliff Smith and welcome to lesson 2 in the major part of my CAGED guitar series. So today we're going to look at the major scale and how it fits into the CAGED system. So to start with, let's just refresh quickly some chords we learned in lesson 1. So we learned all 5 of the major chord shapes, and for this lesson we're going to be looking in the key of D mainly. So starting off, D major chord, C shape, little fingers on D on the 5th fret. D major chord, A shape, D major chord, G shape, D major chord, E shape, D major chord, D shape. Okay, so those are the 5 different ways of playing a D major chord, and then for each one of those chords we have the root shape. Okay, so we're going to look at the scales now. What I'm not going to do is go through every single note and tell you which finger I'm using and which string and which fret I'm playing, because it's just going to take too long. So what I've done, I've created a tab for all of these scale shapes and the chord shapes. It's all on my website. There's a link in the description here, so you can click on that and you can download all of the tab. Okay, so starting off, we're going to play a D major chord using the C shape, little fingers on 5th fret. And in this area of the neck, we're now going to play the D major scale. Now, strictly speaking, the D major scale starts on D and finishes on D like this. Okay, but that's only using some of the notes that are available in that area of the neck that are in the key of D major. In the CAGED system, we tend to play them all. So below that D, we've actually got another 5 notes, and above the top D I played, I've actually got another 4 notes. So we're going to play all of those. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to hit my root shapes, and then I'm going to start my first finger on the 2nd fret of the E string, which is F sharp, which is the 3rd note in this scale of D major. I'm going to play through all the notes in the key. That doesn't sound finished. What I'm going to do to make that sound finished is play the root shape. And really, if you want to really finish it off, play the chord. So let me play that quicker. Chord, root shape, scale, and I'll play the root shape and chord again. So chord, root shape, scale, root shape, chord. Doing pretty well in that area of the neck now. We know where all the D's are, we know where all the notes of the key are, we know where the chord is. So we're going to move up from the C shape to the next letter in the word CAGED, A. Okay, so I've moved up the neck now. Now I'm playing a D major chord using the A shape. And my root shape is that. Those are the 2 D's. Now I'm going to play the scale slowly. Again, that doesn't sound finished. Landed on an A, we need to finish on a D. So to finish the scale, I play the D root shape, and then I can play the chord. So if I put all that together, chord, root shape, scale, root shape, chord, chord, root shape, scale, root shape, chord. So we're doing well in that area of the neck now. We know everything we need to know really about the major scale. We've got the scale, we've got the root shapes, and we know what the chord is as well. Next one, G shape, C-A-G-E-D is the 5 letters of the word CAGED. So after A we go up to G. Now the root shape's here. So this is a D major chord using the G shape. Bar on the 7th fret, the root note isn't the 7th fret, the root note is the 10th fret. My 3rd finger is on D. There's all 3 of the root notes are here. Now if I'll play the scale shape there, which starts on B. I'm going to hit that 7th fret of the E string, slowly playing up. Position shift here. Position shift again, back up. Position shift back, little finger. Position shift up, 3rd finger. It doesn't sound finished, it needs to finish on a D. So let me play that again. I'm going to play the chord, the root shape, the scale, the root shape and the chord. So D major chord, D root notes, D major scale. Root shapes, chord. Next shape, C-A-G-E is next. So move up. Those 3rd finger where I've got my root note at the moment, that's where my 1st finger goes for the bar for the next one. So that's a D major chord using the E shaped bar chord. 1st finger's on the root note at the 10th fret. 3 root notes in that shape, D, D and D. Scale, I'm going to start, there's my D, starting 1 note below that, semitone below the root note, which is the 7th note of the scale. I'm starting on that, C sharp with the 1st finger. Slowly I'll play the scale now. Doesn't sound good on that C sharp to end, so I'm going to end on the root note D. And then the chord. So put that together, I'm going to go chord, root shape, scale, root shape, chord. Last one, C-A-G-E, D shape next. So 1st finger on D on the 12th fret of the D string with the D shape chord down. Root shape is those 2. Scale, I'll play it slowly to start with, starting off on E on the 12th fret of the E string. Good to end on the E, I need to end on D, which is the root note, and then I can finish on the chord. So I'll play that again, chord, root shape, scale, root shape, chord. Okay, and that's all 5 shapes of the D major scale. Now you can play it in any key you like. You just need to change the root shape. So for example, if I want to play in E, that 1st shape, the C shape, I start with a little finger on D, move it up, put a little finger on E. There's now E major chord using the C shape, root shape's there. The scale shape is the same one that fits with the C shaped chord, it's this one. That was the E major scale. They can go through all the other shapes in all the different keys, and I recommend doing that. It might take you a while, but work on it. To start off, to memorise those, stick with one key. Once you've memorised them, then you can work through some other keys. Just a quick note on the technique of that. With the right hand, I'm using alternate picking for the scales. So, for example, if I take this first one, see, going back to the key of D major, C shape, start the first note of any shape with a down pick, and then it's alternate down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, all the way. Never doing 2 down picks in a row, never doing 2 up picks in a row. Okay, good. So that's lesson 2. If you got through all that today, you're doing well. Once you can play all those chords and all those scales in one position and the root shapes, try them in a different key. And if you want some kind of system to going through the keys, use the cycle of fourths like we did in the first lesson. Okay, there'll be lesson 3 coming up soon. Hope you enjoyed that. Bye.